Hello, 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 Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. How are you? How are you? How are you? This is Shalina Diva, the purpose driven diva, and I'm so excited to go live tonight, you guys. I'm refreshed. I had a chance to get some rest, and I'm so excited to be back live and teaching everyone. So I am so excited. So those of you who know me, I am Shalina Diva, the Purpose Driven Diva, and my clients call me that because I show my clients how to discover, invest, value, and appreciate their lives and business. And specifically, I show new coaches, new online coaches, how to teach, impact, and get paid. So I show you how to take what you know and turn it into a thriving and profitable online coaching business. So I show you how to teach other people what you know. Okay. So that's what I do my company called Best Selling Year. Okay. So tonight I actually want to just start from the basics because I have a lot of people who ask me, Shalina, like where do you start? How many of you have that question? Like, I want to have an online coaching business too. There are things that I can teach people, that I want to teach people. I want to know, how do I make money with this? What tools do I use? How do I get started? Do I need a website? If you have any of those type of questions, then this whole entire week is definitely for you, because not only am I into showing you how to teach people what you know, but I'm into getting to the bag, honey. I'm into showing you how to earn money. Teaching people what you know is one of the easiest things that you can do, because when you think about some of the home-based business ideas that are out there, right, you guys, you have to order products and do things like auto ship and things like that. But once you learn how to teach people what's inside of your brain, like your life experiences, you don't have inventory. You don't have to worry about monthly auto ship or whatever. You have to learn how to tap in inwardly and learn how to take what you know and turn it into a digital product, okay, that you can sell online. And that's how you earn money in your sleep, okay? And that's how you really get paid. Like, I get paid very well to do what I do. And I have people who have come under me starting last year, and they were already at six figures. So this definitely works. So if you're definitely someone and you want to know how to start your online coaching business, this whole entire week is definitely for you. So shout out to Kimberly Rose Hollingsworth. She is one of my students who she's taken multiple classes from me, and I'm so glad to see Kim finally starting to offer classes. She teaches people how to self-publish and how to market their books. She's been doing this for years. Some of you have been doing things for years for free, and now it's time for you to cash in. It's time for you to get paid. If you want to cash in, if you want to get paid, either type paid in the comments or type the dollar sign, okay? Because that's what we talk around here. That's our language around here, right? Okay, so how many of you, I want you to put into the comments like some of the questions that you have, because I have an amazing resource to help you all to really go on the path. Because to me, an online coaching business is not a hustle to me. A hustle is, oh, you know what? Ebooks are hot. Let me take this class to find out how I create an ebook. Then I'm going to create an ebook and I'm going to start selling it. Like, to me, that's a hustle. In hustles, you get burnt out. There's no foundation. Your house is built on sand. With me, it's like, okay, learn to build a foundation in a business that pays you every day, a business that pays you every month, new clients you're getting. Okay. You can earn as much money as you want to earn. And I'm very forthcoming, especially in my group. For privacy reasons, I share, my weekly earnings. I share how much I earn and what I did to make it work. And the people in my group will tell you this is the truth. So this is real money. This isn't monopoly money. This isn't chump change. And I love when I work with my clients and they say, Shalina, wow, I was able to pay my rent with what I made, or I was able to pay mortgage, or I was able to pay half of the mortgage. And now my husband realizes this isn't a hobby. Okay, so this is what this is about for me. All right, so Dr. T over on Facebook, she says, hey, she wants to get paid. Shay Stark, she wants to get paid. Katia, hey, she's my client, right? So she's tuning in at work, all right, because she doesn't want to miss out on this. And so many of you, you're following people who tend to be flashy, right? I don't think I'm flashy. if you follow me, I don't think I am, but I see people falling into this trap, right? What they're doing is they're following people who have the glossy pictures. They have, they're always talking about all this money they're making, like they're feeding you an image, and you're like, wow, if I follow them or if I invest with them, I can be like them. Here's the deal. Y'all need to stop doing that, just following people because you want to be like them. And I'm telling you, people who always post these flashy pictures and they're doing this and they're doing it, they're selling you a dream because they know that you want to monetize, and you're like, I want to be like them. And I'm telling you, that's usually a sign. It's usually not where it needs to be, right? So here's the deal. Some of you have questions and you're like, I want to know what your questions are because I want to make sure I answer them. But it's like, where do I start? Hey, Shia Rory, that's my girl over there. She's over there on Instagram. And you have to build a solid foundation. And I believe that there are seven key things that you need to know. So those of you who are following me, can someone type seven, the number seven in the comments? Because there are seven key areas that you need to build and include in your foundation. And this is what people look. You're trying to make money in your sleep. You're trying to make money every day. You're trying to have clients from all over the world. I just taught a class on Sunday. We had someone from the Barbados who joined the class. Like, that's what it's about with me. I hold no punches and I keep it 100, and I have receipts to back everything up. So here's the deal. There are seven things that you need to have in place. So if we're building your house, which is your online coaching business, you need seven things in place. So those over there on Facebook, they are with me. They're like seven. It's seven, right? Katia, me and the baby, you guys, if you don't know, I'm 8 months pregnant. And I'm all right. I'm good. I am good. And so we're gonna rock and roll tonight. So Kimberly says 7 key things to build a foundation to make money in your sleep. Yes, you need 7 things, right? So tonight I want to talk about the first thing. And the first thing is what keeps so many of you from starting. A lot of you would be a lot further if you just started, right? If you just said, you know what? I'm a just go for it. And the first thing is, it's around clarity. I want somebody to write clarity down for me. Clarity, Clarity. Write down clarity. There's a myth about clarity, y'all. And I told a really good friend of mine who I'm working with, and I said, listen, there is this myth around clarity. And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, the myth around clarity is this. Let me know if I get stuck, because this some system that I'm using. Sometimes it gets a little stuck, right? But there is a myth around clarity. And what I mean by that is, y'all feel like I'm not clear. I don't know yet. And because I don't know, I'm not going to start yet. And then a lot of people come to me privately seeking coaching, and they're like, well, Shalina, I'm gonna wait till I get clear, then I'm gonna come to you. And I'm like, no, don't wait until you get clear. Come to me now. I'll help you. So I have to write into them and let them know. All right. So those of you, I am back. Those of you over on Facebook and YouTube, I am back. So what happens is people say, well, Shalina, I'll come to you once I'm clear. There's a myth about clarity, y'all. And the myth about clarity is you need to have everything figured out. You need to know everything before you actually start. And that's not true. And I always tell my clients this. You need to just get clear on a few things, and then you need to do the work. So if you join me on Facebook or YouTube, can you type joined in the comments? So I know you guys have let me know you've joined me. All right. So we talk about clarity, right? And so you get clear. So can you type y'all are back? Type back in the comments so I know. So here's the thing. You just need to get clear on a few things. That's what we're going to talk about tonight, right? You need to get clear on who you want to help. Who do you want to help? Right? Who do you want to help? And I'm going to help you get clear on that. And not only who do you want to help, how is it that you want to help them? So who am I going to help? How do I want to help them? And that's what I need you to get just a little clear on that. And the reason why I'm saying a little clear is because you'll find, and especially with a coach like me, because we get to work ASAP, you'll find when you do the work as you go along, as you put products and services out there, as people begin to buy your stuff, as you help people to get results, the most important thing, you're going to be like, wow, I thought that I was helping, I'm just going to say widows, because that's my story. But when I put my products and services out there, actually it's women who have lost a child, or women who have lost a child, they lost a husband, they've actually experienced some type of loss. And so then you step back and you say, you know what, my audience is wider than I thought. And that's one thing I'm going to say to you guys here. This is one thing I'm going to say is a lot of times you mistake your experience for your target market. Now, let me break that down and let me tell you what that means. What that means is, what happens is, let's just say you're a domestic violence survivor. So what you do is say, I want to help domestic violence survivors and I want to build them up and all that. That's wonderful. But when you work with a coach like me, it's like, okay, I'll let you start there. But when you start digging and you do some more work, and then you put a product or service out and you see who validates. Somebody type validate, validate, validate. In our world, validation means who buys your stuff. So you can put things out there, right? And let's just say you're working with domestic violence survivors and you want to build them up, right? And you want to validate them and everything else. So what ends up happening is you realize that a lot of the women, so we were clear on you want to help women. So it's women, right? But a lot of those women, they weren't necessarily domestic abuse survivors. You know what they were? They were actually women who were in really toxic relationships, and it became mentally, verbally abusive. And that is a part of domestic violence, but like, they wouldn't consider themselves to have been victims of domestic violence, right? But as women who've been through like really toxic relationships, they're tired of repeating the same patterns. So then you step back and say, you know what? Domestic violence was a part of my experience. That's what I went through. And I teach my clients this, that God uses your life and your testimony as an illustration of how you can overcome something. Don't make the mistake and say, I only coach domestic abuse survivors. When you dig a little deeper, it may actually be women who suffer from low self-esteem. And as a result, they manifest these toxic relationships. And if it continues, it could result in like the domestic violence that you're talking about. Did anybody follow that? That was a gem right there. Did anybody follow that? Thank you. So Amber says, I like how you're breaking it down. Did anybody follow that? Did you catch that gem? That's why you need to get with a coach like me to help you break it down. Like, you actually, it's a little bit deeper. So that way you're just not focusing on just one segment, when really you get into the underlying root is really women who suffer from low self-esteem. And it may be several things that add to the low self-esteem, but they're suffering from low self-esteem and it's manifesting in their lives in these toxic relationships. And when it gets really bad, it turns into domestic violence. Do you follow that? All right. Do you follow that? So Ann says, I like the way you're breaking it down. Kimberly says, yes, that's good. Katia says, yes, I did. She says, finding a root cause. Leah said, woo, right? Leah said, that was deep. Leah said, got it. That's why y'all want to get with a coach like me, right? And to help you to become clear, right? And so now you're like, okay, well, it's actually women who suffer from low self-esteem, and you can start digging and finding out like why. They could have daddy issues, they could have abandonment issues, different things. And then you learn to speak to that. And then you learn to create products and services, right? And then you learn how to share your story about domestic violence, and you realize that my story is domestic violence. Or maybe if you want to help rape survivors, right? My story is surviving rape. You know what I mean? That's my story. And you learn how to share that story. So the first thing you want to get clear on is, who do you help? And how do you help them? So when people come to you, they want to know, like, okay, who's this Shalina Diva? I tell you, discover, invest, value, appreciate, best selling, yeah, da 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 da. But they want to know, who are you, and what can you help me with? How do you help me? Y'all need to be able to answer that. And I'm saying, in the beginning, you should have an idea. This is how coaching works, and this is what these gurus don't tell you. You have an idea, and you have to have the courage to step out and offer based upon what you know. And you put stuff out there, y'all. You got to get feedback. Somebody type feedback in the comments. Feedback. You got to get feedback. You got to don't be afraid if you put something out there and nobody buys it or it flops. It's just telling you, you might need to tweak some things, girlfriend. You might need to tweak some things, homeboy, right? Because the market will tell you if they're interested or not. So feedback, we constantly want feedback. But how can you get feedback if you're too afraid to put out a product or service, right? And then if I'm you, I'm not going to keep putting out a product or service and I'm not making any sales. You got to find out, like, what am I missing? That's when coaching comes in. That's when you investing in products and services. So y'all are starting to see feedback. All feedback is I put something out on the market. Did they buy quickly? Did they buy it all? And then when they did buy, did they get results? Did they get help? Because in the beginning, you're like a mad scientist. You're trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, and you're tweaking. Why? Because you want your online coaching business to replace your job if that's what you do. There are days, you guys, I make more in one day than most people make in a month. A couple of weeks ago, one Sunday, I was actually teaching another class or something. I was doing something like unrelated, and I had a $3,500 day. That is more than some people make in an entire month. That's some people's mortgage, car payment. That's some people's whole monthly. I made that in a day. There have been weekends I made $17,000 cash money, like it went into my bank account. Why? Because I learned this thing. Like, I eat, sleep, and breathe this. Okay. And then there are coaches, I'm telling you guys, who make so much money, but you have to have a solid foundation. This just can't be something you hustling. This is not a hustle for me, right? I'm into changing lives. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get clear. And when I say get clear, clear doesn't mean definite. Like, people like, I ain't gonna move unless I'm clear. Man, listen, when you're in the beginning throes of this thing, you're going to make so many mistakes. Show yourself grace. And I was going to send out an email. I'm probably going to send it tomorrow, where it's like, slow down to earn more money. Y'all got to really figure things out, and you tweak as you go along. Don't take anything personally. I can truly tell you, I'm at the point now, if I schedule a discovery call with someone and I know they're good for me, and I put out a proposal and and they say no, guess what? On to the next. I don't chase. I don't do that, because I don't take it personally anymore, because I know what I have. And then my thing is this: they came to me for a reason, and they obviously don't know, because if you did know, they say, if you know, you'll show. So everyone, listen, if you know, you'll show. Put that down too, because I want y'all to be encouraged, because you'll have people, they'll get on your discovery calls. Thank you. I appreciate you too, B-Body. I appreciate you too. Like, they'll come to you, get on your discovery calls. You know they're a good fit. They want to play around. And now how I feel is like, either you do or you don't. I'm still going to be all right. And you'll still be struggling, making sales and wasting money with people who really don't care about you or whatever. That's on you. I'm okay with that now, because I'm on to find the next person. My friend tells me, Shalina, you're on a fact-finding mission. Every day, I'm on a fact-finding mission, and I'm doing money-generating activities to get me in front of the people who need me. So you play around, I'm going to pay, I'm going to on to the next. Fact-finding. Thank you. Peabody over there on Instagram said, if you know, you'll show. If you know, you'll show. So when people come to y'all like, oh, I know that already. You don't know anything. So how much money do you have in the bank? How much money you make yesterday? And how many people did you help? How many classes did you sell? How much content did you create? How good is your content? So if you don't show me any of that, I'm like, okay, whatever. You can know something up here, but you got to show. So if you don't know, you don't show. So never allow people to bully you or make you feel bad or like, oh, I already know that, whatever. You can't really teach me. I'll go on YouTube, Google, bye, and you'll have a YouTube and Google Frankenstein baby. And the reason why I say that is because people will be like, oh, I'll just go on YouTube. I can learn it on YouTube. I can find, okay. And you're going to listen to all these people with all these different strategies. And one person does it this way, another person does it that way. She does it this way, they do it that way. You're gonna have a Frankenstein baby, and it all duct tape stuff all together, and it gonna make no sense, and you're gonna be lost and confused. So don't let people bully you. Don't let people try to make you feel like, oh, I can learn it on my own. Well, then learn it. Bye. So what I want y'all to type in here is fact finding. I'm trying to get to the yeses. And this is the thing you got to realize. Yes and no live together. Don't be discouraged by the no. It's feedback. I'm trying to get to the yes. That's why I don't even, now I'm telling you, I don't even take it personally. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. And I'm on to the next one. But y'all just have to, you got to put the work in and you got to put yourself out there and you got to see, is this even going to work? Because the more you tweak it and the more you make it work and the more you make it better for people and the more you focus on getting people better results, you are writing your own check. These past couple of weeks, you guys, I have been fact finding. I'm on a fact finding mission. That's all I'm on, right? Yes, go for the no to get to the yes. You gotta go for the no to get to the yes, right? It's there. And so these past couple of weeks, I've been taking on private one-on-one clients. I am 8 months, I'm a little over 8 months pregnant. And so I'm taking my maternity leave like the 3rd week in May. Right now, he is kicking me in my ribs. I shared on Facebook how he kicks me in my ribs, but he's doing it right now. So if you catch me gasping, it's because he's kicking me in my ribs. But what I decided to do, and I prayed about this, and God gave this to me, is that I spent the last 2.5 months taking on private clients, teaching them my strategy for getting started, earning money, monetizing, creating digital products and services and content. I took my time. I've worked with several people. So what I've done is I looked at my process, like where did they get tripped up? What do they have questions about? What do I need to supply them with? What kind of resources do they need, right? Because a big mistake a lot of people make, and gurus will tell you this, is they say, create a course. And the people say, I'm going to take all my 20 years, I'm going to put it into 6 weeks. And I'm saying, don't do that to people. Don't do that to yourself, because we all learn differently. So what I did is I came up with a process. So I want to take them from A to E, from like knowing nothing and everything to creating their first product or service, learning how to promote it with the content, getting clear on their message, getting clear on their systems, like all these things, right? And then with each person, I looked at where did they stumble? Where did they get mixed up at? What could I do better? What resources do I need to create? And I just kept creating and making it better and better and better. Why? Because eventually, and like soon, I'm going to take the things I teach one-on-one and I'm going to turn it into a high-end coaching program. That's where the big money is. When you have a coaching program and you have people paying you $5,000, $3,000, $2,500 each to work with you, you multiply 5,000 times 10. That's 50 G's. The only way you're going to be able to do that, right, is you create a system and you figured it out. You figured out what people need. You've gotten results, right? And then the key is you want to remove yourself from the process, meaning I realized with some of my clients, they kept coming to me asking me the same questions. So I said, Shalina, you need to create a resource that answers that question so they don't keep coming to you. Right. But how would I know to do that if I didn't put the product out there, if I didn't get feedback? And that's what y'all have to get into the point of. That is why I offer like classes. I offer single solutions. I want somebody to type single solutions. Yes, Peabody, check the planner. You will love it, love it, love it. Over on Instagram, Peabody said, I'm going to check the planner, right? Make sure you get the planner. And there's a special surprise for those of you who snag my planner. I was going to tell you about that. But here's the thing. Kimberly said visibility is key, right? Here's the thing. Somebody type single solution. The reason why when you're new and you want to put yourself out there, you want to offer single solutions. So you want to take everything that you do and break it down into to its steps. That's why you need to know what your process is, right? Offer classes where you just teach one thing. Single solutions. Single solutions. Help people do one thing. Then you offer the next thing. Not only does it help you to have money, consistent money coming in, but it helps you to figure out if your process works. Then after you do that, you put it together and you do one-on-one work, right? And you take somebody through all the steps. Once you work out all the kinks and all that kind of stuff, y'all, then what you do is you offer it as a program. Not a course, a program. And that's where the money is. That's where the money resides. But before you do all of that, you got to get clear on, like, you know, who you serve and how you help them. And what I tell you guys is, like, clarity is a myth because you think you have to be crystal clear. You're not going to get crystal clear for a while. Like with me, I am so clear on who I serve and how I serve them. And I know what I say no to some things now. So I help you with become an online coach. I don't help you with Shopify. I don't help you with Amazon. You know, and right now I don't help you with self-publishing. I may bring it back, but right now I don't. So to me, it's okay to say no. But y'all are saying yes to everything. And so what I am doing this week, right? Kimberly says, this has helped me so well when you told me to break down what I offer. Yes, stop trying to teach everybody everything you know in one class or one course. Notice I don't say course, I say program. Because it's too much. People, that's not fair to the person. How are they supposed to vibe with you and keep up when people will get frustrated and be like, man, I wasted my money. You don't want that, right? So here's what I am offering. This is what I'm offering, y'all. I am offering my first ebook of the year. So the first ebook of the year, this is Start Your Online Coaching Biz. And it has the 7 steps that I talked about that you need as an online coach. And that first step is how to identify your niche. And within that, I break down for you how you can become clear on that, right? So there's so many things that are in there. It's like how to find your niche, how to find your ideal client, right? Then it's like how to create products. And I walk you through how you should be creating those products and services. And then give you different ideas, like how can you create streams within your coaching business? So my clients will tell you classes are not the only thing that you can create. You can create virtual experiences. You can do VIP days. You can do in-person VIPs, digital VIP days, right? Virtual VIP days. You can do audits. You can do consultations. There are so many different. You can do retreats. There's so many different things you can do once you get like you build that foundation. And I help you with pricing. How to come up with pricing for your products and services. And then we even go into automation. What kind of tools? Because as soon as I talk about online business, everybody immediately say systems. It's like before you even get to systems, you need to have that foundation and understand what you're offering. And then from there, that's how you decide which tools you need. But I go over, how to get started with the email marketing. If you want to have an online school, I give you different resources to start there. If you're doing one-on-one work, how do you even conduct something like that? How do you even, if you want to sign your contracts, all of those things, it's all in this planner. All right. And I really love this planner because it's a great place to start. Katia says, you are helping us figure things out. Yes. Thank you, Katia. So you want to have a good foundation because some people think, you follow people on Instagram and they make it seem so easy, right? Like, oh yeah, you see them in front of jets and all that. And I'm not knocking anybody, but and even I make this look easy. But it's not. It's a lot of work. Meaning like it's work just like anything else. But it's not like I don't get up every day and clock and have to drive to a job and clock in. I don't do that, but it's still work. And so you think it's easy. A lot of you, when some of y'all were forced into Zoom, doing Zoom last year. Y'all probably thought that was easy. So it's like, oh no, you got to present on Zoom. They're like, oh snap. So this is not easy. And you can't just come into this landscape thinking you just gonna run roughshod and do what you want to do. No, there are rules to this. There's rules to this game. It's a certain way we talk. Like I was trying to tell somebody, I had someone work with me recently, and I was helping them with the content and like how to sell things or whatever. And so she was just like, well, I don't talk that way. I'm like, okay, I know you don't talk that way, but we talk this way online. Like, especially when it comes to Facebook or whatever, certain words you really don't want to say in your post because they'll flag it. For example, I'll say snag this planner, snag this class. And they'll be like, I don't talk that way. Well, if you say purchase, Facebook might flag you and ban you. So which one do you want? But there are rules. It's ways that we create. It's things that we do. It's like you just can't walk up into a job and just thinking you're just going to do whatever. It's the same way here. So those of you who want to earn money consistently, you should snag this planner, especially if you don't know where to start. Okay, these are the foundations that you need. And I'm so proud of this planner. I really love it. And those of you, look, if you're asking me questions, so next time somebody says, Shalene, well, where do I start? I'm pointing you right to this planner. Get it. Why? Because this is what I would tell you anyway. And so instead of me telling everybody the same thing, I created a product that solves that. All right. So Katia, if anybody has questions about the planner, make sure you ask me now. And I'm going to tell you about the bonus that I'm offering this week only. So Katia, she's currently one of my private clients. She says, investing in your brand is important. You don't know it all. And some stuff to get your business to the next level is not your lane. Thank you. That's the second person I heard today was like, Shalena, this online coaching stuff is not my lane. Like sales pages and content and all that is not my lane. It's my lane, so hire me and listen to me, right? She says it's not your lane. And to be effective for your clients, pay coach. She is worth every dollar you invest. So she works with me. She said, pay. She's if you want to win, talk that way. Obviously, the way you've been talking, having people bank account looking like gas prices. So Katia is like, we don't want our bank accounts to look like gas prices. Okay, we don't want them to look like we want them to look like our social security numbers, not gas numbers, right? So I want you to go to www.bestsellingyear.com/bizplanner. Get it. And when you get it this week only, I am offering you a free class, a free live class, and I am teaching this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And it's where I'm going to break down how I run my day as a full-time entrepreneur. I've been getting a lot of questions about that. Have y'all noticed this is how I operate? If I get a lot of questions around something, I create a product for it. Why? Because I'm not going to I don't like repeating myself for one, but it's a need. If people keep coming to you with the same questions, it's a need. Create a product for it. Get with me so I can show you, right? So remember I said, people kept asking me, some of my clients kept asking me, how do I do this or do that? Oop, let me create a resource within this product to help them, right? Then people ask me, Shalena, how do I get started? Let me create this book, this ebook, right? Digital. Then the people ask me, Shalena, like as a full-time entrepreneur, how do I run my day? I said, well, you know what? Let me create a class. And because I want you all to get this planner, I'm going to give you that class for free. Whether you can make it live Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern time or not, you're still going to get the class, right? So when you purchase the ebook, you're going to get the class. And so in the class, I'm going to go through what my day is like, how I plan it, which tools I use, money generating activities. So the things that I focus on every single day. Like I'm not in a whole lot of extra stuff. I don't follow behind a whole lot of people, and I'm not in a lot of extra stuff. I do things that get me paid. Some of y'all doing too much, and what you're doing is not adding to your bank account. And something I had to learn. So thank you so much, Kimberly. Bestsellingyear.com/bizplanner. Make sure you type in the www. This is one thing that I've learned, okay, you guys, is this. This is Kimberly saying, you are so right. I have to start creating products around questions that people ask me. If they ask you all the time, Please create a product. So when they come to, you know what? Here's the link. I'm quick to send you a link. I don't play that. I will send you a link in a heartbeat. Why? Because you don't have time to keep answering the same questions. All right. And so this ebook is absolutely fabulous. Ambre says, I have mine. Wait, did you purchase it, Ann? Wait, wait, what's going on, Ann? Because I literally just hold on, y'all. Let me see what's going on here. Oh my back. Let me see what's going on. Wow. So, Ann, this is what I love. This is what I live for. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This is what I live for. While I am teaching, Ann has purchased my ebook. Did I stop and say, hold up? Ann needs the link to purchase. No, I'm still. This is automation. This is tech. Tech is where the money is. So as I'm talking to y'all, she went and purchased. Thank you so much, Ann. And I'm going to send information about the class. So Ann is going to have a front seat in this class where I'm gonna break down money generating activities, because some of y'all, and thank you so much for purchasing. Isn't that great? Some of y'all are making this mistake, and I did this, right? And this was in 2019 was the last time I did this. I called my mom. I was working with this woman, a local woman, and I was helping her build up her business, her organization. And I did all this stuff for her. I was going to all her live events, doing all this stuff for her. And the agreement was like, she would give me like some travel stuff, and I would and she would like, we would both help each other with connections. So I'm making these connections. I'm like, yo, I know her, she'll be good. So I'm introducing her to my connects and all that. And I started noticing when we started really making some connections that I was bringing to the table, she was kind of like leaving me out. And then when she would make connections, she wouldn't even include me. I'm like, whoa, like I'm confused. I thought we were a team. So then it was just like really hurtful. Like, it was a really great connection, and I wasn't even invited to the table. And I'm like, I helped you monetize stuff you were doing for free. Like, and I'm selling your, like, this is crazy. So I remember I cried to my mom. I was so hurt. I was like, Mom, she said, you know what? This is your fault. I said, why? She said, because you're always helping to build up other people, and they do you like this. She said, it's time out. You got to stop doing it and focus on your own stuff. And a lot of you are making that mistake. It's okay to be nice. It's okay to support people, but you come to a point where it's like, I need to focus on my business. I need to build my brand. How many of you are guilty of that? If you are, type guilty. If you are, type guilty, type guilty, type guilty. Because this is how you get some help. I said, Mom, you're right. And some of you have all these wonderful ideas, but you're too afraid to pull the trigger on your own. But let somebody tell you they need help. You will build their brand up from the ground up like a new house. But when it comes to your stuff, you don't do that. So in 2020, you know what I said? So Kimberly says she's guilty. Katia says she's guilty, but you know what? We gonna get right. We gonna get right this year. So in 2020, I made this declaration. I said, you know what? I said, I don't care who I work with. It could be Oprah. I said, I'll help Oprah. I'll help whoever, but I'm building my brand. So Fiverr, how many of you ever heard of the company Fiverr? Fiverr. I started doing like working with them, being an ambassador for them, but something I never lost sight of, because I said, I'm not doing it anymore. Is although I was working with Fiverr, I was building my brand too. So when we would have live events, Fiverr sent me a banner to put up. So I put the Fiverr banner on one side and I put my vertical banner on the other. I said, this is going to be a co-branded event. I'm not building up somebody else's brand. I'm not helping all these other people earn money, and I'm not earning money. And you know what ended up happening? As soon as COVID hit, Fiverr kind of shifted. And I'm like, wow, what if I had put all of my eggs in that basket? I would be looking crazy. So I was still building my brand, and I continued to build it. So this is talking about, yay! So Carol says, I just purchased the planner. Yeah, so Carol just purchased the planner. Carol, you're going to get the class on this Saturday. I'm going to tell you more about it, but it's how I manage my day. And part of me managing my day is the money generating activities. So now, you guys, I focus on things that help me. My email list. I used to love emailing my list, but then I fell off. I just got back to it. And it was a little unnerving because you don't want people to unsubscribe. But now I'm like this. If they unsubscribe, good, because I'm only after a certain number of people, right? So I email my list. I didn't email them yesterday, y'all, because I was wore out. But I'm going to email my list. I'm going to let them know about my products and services. I'm very active in my Facebook group. My Facebook group is only 1,700 of us in there, but that is a multiple six-figure group. You don't need a lot of people, right? So I'm creating content, and I don't care about all the likes or comments. I just need a few of the right people to see it and purchase it, right? I'm doing those discovery calls. So I'm doing things that generates money for me. You don't see me doing a whole lot of free stuff. If I do free things, it's because it's a reason. Free plus genius equals strategy, right? It's for a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, right? It's for a so all right. So Leah says she got her. So that's 3 people, you guys. Since I have been teaching, right now, they have purchased this planner and they're all going to get the class on Saturday, right? That's what it's about. So y'all have to start minding the business that pays you. Y'all have to start doing things that make money, getting in front of people, creating products and putting them in front of people and not being shy. If you guys follow me, some of y'all, this is like y'all 4th product, y'all done bought for me. Like, wait a minute. That's why I keep them priced at a nice price point, so it's not a lot of money for you guys. But I have something special coming up for y'all in the future where it'll be so much more economical and you're going to get so much from me, right? A membership is on the way, just to let y'all know, because y'all see how much I create every week. Could you imagine having, and this isn't even half of the stuff I've created over the years. That's still good stuff, right? Because I teach fundamentals. I don't teach that gimmicky stuff. I teach the fundamentals, right? So this is what I want y'all to do. So I want you to snag the planner. Notice I say snag the planner, because I want you in my class on Saturday, so you know, even if you're still working right now, you'll know what you need to do. You'll know how you need to start maneuvering. So if you're working a full-time job and I'm like, yo, I plan out my content for the week, or this is how I do it, I'm gonna show y'all like which app I use and how I use it. Y'all gonna be like, all right, well, I'm working right now, but I know I'm gonna take a day out of the weekend and I'm a plan, because this is what I need to do. I'm going to show you guys how I think. I'm going to show you what I do first thing in the morning. I'm going to show you how I get my ideas. Because if you've been following me, like, I don't know how it looks from the outside looking in, but those of you who follow me, do you wonder, like, where does she get these ideas from? Or like, where do you get these products from? Or how do you create them? Or whatever. But y'all buy it. Do you wonder that? And so I'm going to take you inside of like my process, like in the morning, what time I get up, what I do, and like how I listen, how I learn to trust. You know, they call them downloads from God, how I learn to trust that, and then how I take action, and then how I'm able to create so quickly. This is what this is about. All right. And this is what I need y'all to understand. So how many of y'all want the class? Right? So Katia says, excited about the planner, snag the planner. Yes, it says, how many of you are excited about learning how you can structure your day? And I share with you what works for me, and I use it as a guideline. And you can be like, oh, okay, I never thought of that. This is how I'm going to structure my day. Or I'm still working right now. Maybe I can kind of do it that way. So I'm excited because, once again, I put it out in my Facebook group, and I shared with people because people were asking me. I'm like, do y'all want to know like how to structure your day as a full-time entrepreneur? Because believe me, your time will get away from you as an online entrepreneur. And before you know it, the day is gone. You haven't created nothing. You ain't did nothing. You ain't followed up with nothing. You ain't made no money. And then you're getting scared because when you don't make money and you're a full-time entrepreneur, like, how you going to support yourself? How you going to support the kids? How you going to support the family? Like, you have to become disciplined. You know, so I am just so Leah's like, listen, she wants to learn. So y'all know I don't hold anything back. I'll show you the apps I use, all of those things, but you only get it when you purchase the planner. All right. And something, if you purchase the planner. Now, some of you may have some questions about the planners. The planner, definitely let me know. The planner is 77 pages. And what I like about this one is you can print it out. And the thing about a digital planner versus a physical one is you can print it out and you can work on it. And then when you're ready to like work on some more stuff, print some more pages out. So that's the beauty about a digital planner. I will have maybe not this content that's in the ebook, but I am planning to come out with a physical planner. Yes, that's one of the things. I want to sell a physical product this year, and so it will be a planner. So Carol says, will there be a replay of this class? Yes. So remember, whenever you're working with me, and I say if you purchase this, you get this for free, and it's a class. I teach the live coaching method, the live class method, because it's good. You always get the replay, and you have lifetime access to the replay. So that's a question. That's all right. You can ask that. So Katia says, yeah, I'm going to put it in a notebook. Yep. Do it. And I had so many clients who had purchased it. They put it up because it makes you think. It really truly makes you think. And so I really want to help y'all. And this is the beauty. This is truly the beauty. So you always have access to it. I'm going to send you guys the when you purchase it, I'm going to send you the link to get everything up and ready. I am super excited. And so all week long, I'm going to be talking about what you need to do to get started coaching. Y'all, I'm telling you, this industry is wide open. There's room for you. There's room for me. There's room for anybody who has a heart to serve and you want to teach people, but you need to know the way. You need to learn what you need to do. And you can earn as much money as you're willing to work for. You can earn as much money as you're willing to plan for, as you're willing to automate. You can earn that kind of money. $1,000 days is like nothing to me. That's normal. You know what I'm saying? I told you in one weekend I made $17,000 from one strategy. And when I say that, it wasn't like, oh, they paid me over. No, they paid. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I'm just so excited because he says I like to flip through pages and have stuff in front of me. Yeah, there's some people who like that, right? So you're going to love the actual planner I'm having come out in a couple months, right? But you guys, I want to see y'all win, and I want to see you win in a big way. And I know what it takes. This is not a hustle for me. This is a business. I'm changing lives. I'm impacting lives. I want the same thing for you. And I want you to get paid. You know how they say get paid handsomely? I want you to get paid beautifully. Somebody type that in the comments. Paid beautifully. Because they tell us men get paid handsomely. Women, we want to get paid beautifully. Could you imagine waking up every day, doing what you love? You're walking in your purpose. You're walking in your gift, walking in your light, and you're getting paid beautifully. That is so possible. And let me just break it down for y'all like this. Those of you who are into personal development, empowerment, you want to help people through, like, we start domestic violence and self-esteem and stuff. Man, everything you went through, or every tear you cried, man, it's a verse in the Bible that said God takes your tears and puts them in a bottle. He saves them in a bottle. You find me through a video like this, through Instagram, or however you find me. And I'm telling you, I can show you how to put your coaching program together. And don't you know God will take those tears and turn them into dollars? All those nights you stayed up dealing with low self-esteem, dealing with abandonment, dealing with like unworthiness, but you stuck with it. You found a way to make it work and you've overcome it. Don't you know God will turn those tears into dollar signs? He'll turn those tears into dollars. Everything I went through with my son's father, it molded me, it shaped me. Do you know how much money I made from all that turmoil? Every time he drugged me down to family court and I was embarrassed and humiliated, I was scared, I was nervous. All the nights I stayed up, I was so anxious. When I wanted to take my life, I didn't know, but because I never gave up, because I worked it out and I worked it through, do you know how much money that has earned me? That's a different way to look at it. How many of you want to turn your tears into dollars? But you got to learn how to do it. I like that right there. Yes. And Leah says, in the Bible, it says beauty for ashes. Shalina Diva say tears for dollars. Listen, that's what it is. Tears for dollars. How many of you type tears equals dollars? Everything you went through, everything you overcome, everything that was embarrassing and humiliating that you suffered through, that you persevered through, that you came up with a way to work on yourself, and you came up with a strategy. What? Beauty for ashes, tears for dollars. So then you look back and you say, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Tears for dollars. Y'all like that? Ooh, that was new. Tears for dollars. But you'll never turn those tears, you'll never turn that heartache into dollars until you learn how to do it. Until you learn what you need. Tears for dollars. Listen, I've cried so many tears. I was so hurt. And then I just started sharing. And then I started sharing how the Bible, there's a church song says, how I got over, how I got over. My soul looks back and wonders how I got over. Listen, how I got over, and I went to the bank, honey. I went to the bank. You can do the same thing too. And even in the business realm, all those mistakes you made that cost you money, all those blunders you made, mistakes into dollars. So tears equals dollars and mistakes equals dollars. Because see, here's the thing. People want to know what to do, and they also want to know what not to do. So listen, all them, they laughed at you. So Kimberly said, yes, the best revenge is massive success. Yes, it is. That's Les Brown. And Carol says you can turn your pain into profits. Yes, that's one that people say, pain into profits. I like tears into dollars because we just get straight to the point, don't we? All them tears you cry, Rollo made you cry, girl. When you dig in and you get with Shalina Diva, you realize it was from low self-esteem. And then you had some daddy issues. And I'll show you how to package that up and create a coaching program. Child, please. Thank you, Rollo. I'm in my Range Rover now, Rollo. Thank you. So tears into dollars, just get straight to the point, right? Get straight to the point. So I thank you all tonight. Like I told y'all, my son, I'm having a boy, and his little foot is in my ribs. It's in my ribs tonight. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to meet my son and take a picture of his little big foot, because it's in my ribs right now. And I gotta go because I gotta get this together. So those of you who purchased the planner, not only can you get started in it right now, you get the class on Saturday. You get lifetime access to it, replay. Don't worry about it. Get it, right? And you really begin to understand what's required of you to be successful as an online coach, right? That's what you do. All right. So I want you all to join me. I want you all to get this planner, y'all. I want y'all to do it. I'm so excited. So let me just do a final check before I go to see whoa. 4 people purchased this planner since I've been on this session, and I've been here. Look, I've been here. I've been here with 52 minutes. All right. I want the same thing for y'all. I want the same thing for you. So those of you who purchase a planner, go through it, take your time out, print it out. Hey, Solo King. Hey. I want you to print it out. I want you to go through it and really see. You know, it calls you to the table. It really makes you think, right? I love it. Okay, you guys. So this is Shalina Diva, the purpose-driven diva. I'm so excited. I'm so glad you joined me. So all week long, I will be here around 9 p.m. and I'll be talking about like new coaches and what you need to do to get started so we can start earning some money, so we can turn our tears into what? Dollars. Right? So we can turn our pain into profit. So we can like educate people, teach them, and get paid beautifully. But there's 7 things you need to have in place, right? And I want you to get this planner, because when you purchase it this week only, you get my free class. I'm teaching it live this Saturday. There will be a recording. There will be a replay, so you won't miss anything, where I show you how to structure your day as a successful full-time entrepreneur. What successful online entrepreneurs do to make money. Not no broke ones, but what you need to do, and the mindset you need to have, and the mindset you need to cultivate, right? And it gets you to start thinking about the kind of money generating activities you need to start doing, right? So that you can be successful. All right, you guys. So Kim says, thank you. Have a good night. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you all so much. If you found value, type a V in the comments. If you found value, like this broadcast, and please share it. Okay, you guys. So this is Shalina Diva, the purpose-driven diva, and I will see you on the other side. Make sure you snag your planner tonight. Okay, you guys. So this is Shalina Diva, the purpose-driven diva, and I'll see you on the other side. Be blessed.